During a summer vacation, a young guy named Jason strums his guitar and films it for his YouTube channel. When the holidays finish, he and his sister Zoe are brought to a Catholic boarding school where they are greeted by the abbess called Sister Rebecca. At the same time, a nun called Sister Sophia observes Jason and his family from the principal's office. Soon after, Sister Rebecca comes back and reminds her that all nuns must strictly adhere to school rules, one of which is that they cannot wear makeup. The headmistress gives Sophia a tissue and tells her to take it away right away. Following a short chat, Sister Rebecca shows the new nun around the school. When they encounter Jason, the headmistress presents Sister Sophia to him and clarifies that she will be his new homeroom instructor. Throughout the chat, the young nun appears to have her gaze fixed on the young boy. When Jason departed, the abbess informs Sophia that she ought to be patient with him as he occasionally finds himself in trouble. One night, the young nun quietly hears Jason strumming the guitar. She later praises his performance and says that she is profoundly moved by the lyrics of his song as she understands how it feels to be misjudged. Before departing, Sister Sophia informs the young student that she will always be available if he needs someone to chat with. The following day in class, a student named Sarah attempts to catch Jason's eye, causing the other boys to feel envious. Soon after, Sister Sophia walks into the classroom, and upon seeing that Sarah is charming the young boy, the nun scolds her in a somewhat disturbing tone. After the class, Zoe mentions to her brother how strange it is that their teacher didn't say the morning prayer. Jason overlooks this as he is absorbed in a playful message from Sarah. Later in the schoolyard, Sarah shares her annoyance about Sister Sophia's harsh and irritating behavior. Jason stays quiet, but just as the two lean in for a kiss, Sister Sophia unexpectedly shows up with an angry look. She tells Jason to go back to the classroom and firmly cautions Sarah to keep her distance from him. When the two departed, Sophia grips her crucifix tightly until her hand ultimately bleeds. Later, she tells Jason to come to her room after school ends. Jason pauses initially, aware that students, particularly boys, are prohibited from entering a nun's quarters. Even though he was initially hesitant, Jason ultimately ends up outside Sister Sophia's room after school. He sees that the door is a bit open, and when he looks inside, he is surprised by what he finds. Sister Sophia has taken off her habit and is standing in just bright red lingerie. Jason swiftly turns away and rushes off, worried that she could see him observing. But while he rests in bed, he struggles to sleep as he can't remove the picture of the nun from his thoughts. While everyone is sound asleep, Sister Sophia quietly enters Sarah's room and subtly conceals something in her things. But just as she is about to go, Sister Rebecca unexpectedly shows up. Acting fast, Sister Sophia clarifies that she was just doing her rounds to check the safety of the dormitory. Sister Rebecca, although briefly doubtful, decides not to inquire more and walks away. The following day, in class, Sister Sophia tells the students to open their books. As Sarah opens hers, she is surprised to discover a pack of cigarettes concealed inside. The surprising find quickly grabs the interest of Sister Sophia and the rest of the class. Sarah is swiftly brought to the principal's office, where she sobbingly claims that the cigarettes do not belong to her. Even with her objections, the school adheres to its strict rules, suspending her and requiring her to leave for a while. After this event, a complete examination of the whole school and dormitory is carried out. While searching, a bottle of alcohol is discovered in Jason's room. When it is time to decide his punishment, Sister Sophia steps in, convincing the other nuns and priests to be lenient with him. Rather than a severe punishment, Jason is tasked with assisting in cleaning the school during the weekend. This guarantees that he stays on campus, precisely as Sister Sophia planned. At this moment, a memory shows how Sister Sophia became fixated on Jason. She initially found him through his music clips on YouTube and became captivated. Her fixation pushed her to drastic actions where she killed a nun, took on her identity, and entered Jason's school as Sister Sophia. The weekend comes and Jason, together with his sister Zoe, remains to finish his cleaning tasks. During this period, Sister Sophia seizes every chance to draw near to him, using the occasion to attempt to entice him. That evening, while Jason is sound asleep in his room, Sister Sophia quietly slips in. She prepares her phone to capture video and positions it to the side before walking over to him. Feeling someone's presence, Jason awakens and is surprised to see the nun. She approaches him, attempting to lure him into stepping over the boundary. Jason pauses, asserting that it would be incorrect, but Sister Sophia ignores his hesitation. Disregarding his objections, she takes off her clothes, and in spite of his early reluctance, Jason ultimately succumbs to desire. The following morning, Jason is filled with remorse. He informs Sister Sophia that what occurred last night should not have taken place, particularly since she is a nun and his instructor. Sophia informs him that what they have is unique and should remain a secret. Puzzled, Jason remains quiet and departs. Sister Sophia then quietly enters his room and begins to smell his clothes. At that moment, Zoe enters and inquires what she is doing there. The nun asserts that she is merely doing her rounds, and she scolds Zoe for entering the boys' dormitory. Sister Sophia, concerned that Zoe could circulate gossip, creates a strategy to eliminate her. She later informs Zoe that she received poor marks on her test, so she is offering her an opportunity to retake it after her final class. When the girl departed, the nun intentionally leaves the answer key on her desk. Later that day, Zoe goes back to her classroom and discovers the test answers. Before she can go, Sister Sophia enters and reprimands her for cheating. She takes her to the principal's office where she proposes to Sister Rebecca that Zoe should be suspended. The head nun states she will take care of it on her own and requests Sister Sophia to go. After the wicked mum departed, Zoe informs Sister Rebecca that Sister Sophia behaves oddly and unlike other teachers, such as not reciting the morning prayer. The principal remained silent, and instead, she advises Zoe to pray each night and seek forgiveness. When the young girl departs, Sister Rebecca appears concerned by what she learned about Sister Sophia. After school, Jason chooses to reveal everything, but to his surprise, the individual listening on the other side of the confessional is Sister Sophia. She enters the booth and begins to make love once more with the young man. By the weekend, Jason finally finishes his punishment and is permitted to go home. That evening, as the Bratty family comes together for dinner, his father reprimands him for his low grades. The stress increases when Jason shares his aspiration of being a singer, which further frustrates his father. Annoyed, Jason gets up from the table and goes to a party. At the gathering, Sarah moves in and kisses Jason, but as their lips touch, visions of Sophia rush into his thoughts. Overcome with discomfort, he suddenly pulls back and exits the party. He holds a bottle of alcohol, which draws the notice of a nearby policeman. Before matters get worse, Sophia steps in and calms the situation. Later, she brings Jason to a hotel, once more attempting to entice him. This time, Jason resists, informing her that what they're doing is incorrect. Sophia, though, insists that she wishes to be with him always, disclosing that she has a lot of money so they can live joyfully together. Upset by her fixation, Jason furiously dismisses her and leaves in a huff. Jason eventually sits by the road, deep in thought, when his father discovers him. Rather than reprimanding him, his father supports him in chasing his dream of being a musician. The following day, Jason comes back to his dorm room and is stunned to see Sophia passed out on his bed, with pills spread out on the table. Alarmed, he hurriedly attempted to revive the teacher, only to discover that she was merely pretending. At his limit, Jason warns her that he will inform the priest and the principal, but Sophia grins, reminding him that if he goes through with it, she'll reveal their hidden relationship. Jason is left without words, caught in a scenario he never desired. While Sister Sophia was instructing, Sister Rebecca unexpectedly walked into the classroom and disrupted the lesson. She declared that Sarah's suspension had ended and told her to go back to class as normal. With Sarah returning, her connection with Jason became even deeper. They were frequently spotted together, exchanging loving moments, which ignited Sophia's jealousy and anger. Resolved to eliminate Sarah from the scene, she crafted a wicked scheme. That evening, Sophia crept into the girls' dormitory again and discovered Sarah by herself in the shower. After confirming no one was nearby, she forcefully struck Sarah's head against the bathroom wall several times until the girl lay motionless. To hide her actions, Sophia arranged the scene to appear as an accident before quietly going back to her room. Zoe later found Sarah's bloody body lying face down in the bathroom. In a state of panic, she called for assistance, and Sarah was quickly transported to the hospital where it was ultimately determined that she had experienced a deadly fall. At the memorial service in the church, the students and staff grieved Sarah's unfortunate loss. Among them, only Sophia had a brief smile. Following the prayer, Jason approached Sophia, blaming her for planning Sarah's unexpected death. Rather than rejecting it, she shot a fierce look at Jason and revealed a hidden tool, video evidence of their private moment. With a chilly grin, she cautioned him that if he chose to reveal her, she would ensure the entire world was aware of their secret. When the weekend came, Jason and Zoe were collected by their parents. At the same time, Sophia created a strategy to get nearer to Jason, even beyond school. She asked Sister Rebecca for approval to go to her aunt's funeral, using it as a reason to exit the convent. That evening, Jason and his family were enjoying dinner at a restaurant when, to his surprise, Sister Sophia unexpectedly showed up. With a lovely smile, she greeted Jason's parents, who welcomed her kindly and even asked her to join them for dinner. Taking advantage of the moment, Sophia quietly placed her hand on Jason's thigh beneath the table. Jason is clearly unsettled, but he couldn't respond without drawing attention. At the convent, Sister Rebecca chose to contact the hospital where Sophia's aunt was receiving care. Wishing to express her sympathies, she inquired about the patient, only to encounter confusion. The hospital had no record of anyone with that name, which increased the abbess' suspicion. Zoe observed Jason's anxious demeanor at the restaurant, so she urged him for explanations. That is when Jason finally admits that he had been with their teacher. Zoe mentions that they need to inform their parents about this, but her brother is concerned that they would be heartbroken if they discover that their son was involved with a nun. Zoe suspects that Sophia is not really a nun, so she chooses to investigate further into her real identity. Resolved to find the truth, they crept into her room and used her laptop. They are stunned by what they discovered. Her actual name was Laura, and she had assumed the identity of the genuine Sister Sophia to penetrate the school and get near Jason. In the meantime, Sister Rebecca called Sophia to her office. In a firm tone, she revealed all of Sophia's falsehoods and got ready to inform the priest. But just as she faced the door, Sophia hit her forcefully on the head, rendering her unconscious. Oblivious to what had just occurred, Jason and Zoe hurried to Sister Rebecca's office, excited to share their finding. They knocked over and over, but no one replied. Believing she wasn't present, they departed, never knowing that Rebecca was lying unconscious within. The siblings visited the church to seek the abbess, only to be faced by Sophia herself. They informed her they were aware of all details regarding her true identity and would ensure she dealt with the repercussions. Understanding that she was trapped, Sophia lost her temper. In a moment of anger, she struck Zoe unconscious and charged at Jason. Just as she is about to complete Zoe, Sister Rebecca showed up behind Sophia and attempted to take her away. But Sophia swiftly reversed the situation, confronting Rebecca once more. While Sophia concentrated on Rebecca, Jason noticed his opportunity. He reached into his pocket, took out a screwdriver, and with one quick motion plunged it into Sophia. She inhaled sharply in surprise until she ultimately gives in to her demise, leaving Jason at last free from his sticky YouTube subscriber.